Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News in Shinrin-yoku, bringing you an Iceland volcanic seismic swarm update Tuesday, April 12th, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2022. About 6 hours ago, a seismic swarm kicked off with a 4-magnitude earthquake on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Since then, we've had some updates from Iceland geology. An earthquake swarm started with a magnitude 3.9 earthquake, and there is a chance there have been a swarm of smaller earthquakes in the last few weeks in this area. Since there has been almost always on earthquake swarm activity in this part of the Reykjanes Peninsula in recent months, the largest earthquake was felt over a wide area. Now, the activity is happening in a volcano named Wreckianus. The last eruption might have happened in the year 1831 at VEI 3, but that's difficult to know for sure, and we'll get to all those details in just a moment. At the writing of this article, just a few hours ago, 264 to 280 earthquakes had been recorded by Iceland's Met Office. This number changes every few minutes because the earthquake swarm is strong and ongoing currently. Earthquake activity seems to be increasing at the writing of the article, and the situation can quickly change at any moment. They are seeing clues that the earthquake swarm is because of magma movement, and they think it might result in eruption, but it's impossible to know for sure. We've had several of these storms before the last eruption in Iceland happened, to no avail. Now let's get a little familiar with the Reykjanes Volcano system. The Reykjanes Volcano system at the southwest tip of the Reykjanes Peninsula, where the mid-Atlantic ridge rises above sea level, comprises a broad area of post-glacial basaltic crater rows and small shield volcanoes. The submarine Reykjanes volcano system is contiguous with and is considered part of the Reykjanes volcanic system, which is the westernmost of a series of 4 closely spaced N-echelon fissure systems that extend diagonally across the Reykjanes Peninsula. Most of the subaerial part of the system, also known as the Reykjanes Svartsengi volcano system, is covered by Holocene lavas. Now, subaerial eruptions have occurred in historical time during the 13th century in several locations on the northeast-southwest trending fissure system. So that means that this area has been quite active. Here we are on a close-up of that Wreckianus Ridge, the beginning of the swarm. It seems to be dying off with pulses. Nothing is conclusive at this time, but the sheer number of earthquakes is very telling, not only on the peninsula, but out here along the Reykjanes Ridge itself, out into the ocean. So you can see that increases the numbers of seismic events quite considerably. Now, let's check out the eruptive history of the Reykjanes Peninsula. Here's the peninsula. You can see those volcanoes probably in the fissure system run along the central line there. But as far as the eruptive history knows, there is data available for 22 Holocene eruptive periods. They were a little uncertain in the 60s and 70s if anything was happening there, so maybe some small steam events or seismic swarms. But back in 1830, March 13th, a historical observation of a confirmed VEI 3 in this region. And then back in 1783, a confirmed VEI 3. Back in 1583, a VEI 2. If we go back to 1226 on July 15th, plus or minus 45 days, of VEI 4, and then multiple VEI 3s prior to that. So this is a VEI 3 4 major fissure volcano that could be erupting in the near future. Once again, the Reykjanes Ridge, a seismic swarm is occurring. Significant amount of events in the last 6 hours allows us to take heed here and to bring this to your attention because something could be opening up here in the Reykjanes Peninsula. It might not be where Bob was over here, and that is on the Fagradalsfjall system. This is the Reykjanes system, a completely different volcanic system that's been quite active over the last year and is now seems to be, well, it looks like it's ramping up and now ramping down. This could be magma being emplaced. If this was going to lead to an eruption, this type of seismicity will continue for days. So stay tuned to the channel with more updates on the Reykjanes Ridge event seismic swarm currently ongoing at the Reykjanes Volcano in Iceland. Hasn't exploded in any significant way since the VEI 3 eruption back in 1830. It erupted at VEI 4 back in the 1200s. That is a boom to knowledge. Hope you got something out of the video. Iceland has woken up, and we're bringing you up to the minute data and analysis. Well, so you can prepare. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in a dystopian world where science is dead, and you've got to come to the interwebs and YouTube and the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News to get the data. We love each and every one of you. Subscribe to the channel, share this with like-minded people, and be safe as we keep a close eye on Iceland.